We got an army you can see, and an army you don't know nothing about.
If you've come to this page and you clicked on a couple videos, you may be a little confused if you're not a Covert Radio subscriber. Covert Radio, the Barracks, is an extension of my main channel, Covert Radio. And this channel is reserved for live comment reviews from premiere videos posted on the Covert Radio channel. I made a commitment from the very beginning that every video that's uploaded, if you decide to comment on it, I will read your comment. I read every single comment that comes into Covert Radio, because I look at it like this: if you guys have taken the time to sit and listen or watch my content, my opinions, I'm definitely going to take the time to read your response. And recently, the topic has broadened a little more. It's gotten a little bit more deeper, and I can see in the comments section that the comments are also getting lengthier and deeper. And the problem is, a lot of people don't go back and read through comments. And another problem is that a lot of these comments are very important. There's a lot of questions, there's a lot of great responses, there's a lot of information that I'm afraid that a lot of my subscribers are missing because they don't go back through and read comments. And really, I don't blame them. Especially if it's on a cell phone or something. I mean, you'd literally have to scroll through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lines of text. And here's what I'm going to do. Again, this channel, Covert Radio, the Barracks, is an extension of Covert Radio, and this is specifically reserved for reviews. Once my Patreon support grows, every day I will post a video here of the most important comments made on the premiere videos on Covert Radio, or the most interactive, the comments that have the most replies, or the comments that I'm personally needing to respond to. And I'm still going to respond in text, but I'm also going to do maybe a 5-minute video a day just going over all of the comments and reviews and answer them live. That way, for those of you who don't like to sit there and scroll through hundreds, maybe at one point thousands of lines of text to read and read and read, you don't have the time to do that, come to this channel, click on the date, and just sit back for a few or go about your business and just listen. I'll read every comment, like I just explained. I'll read it instead of, you guys having to go and read them for yourself. Also, I did start several other channels along with this one. I started the Covert Radio War Room, which is reserved for the highest ranking Covert Radio Patreons. You would have to go to my Patreon account to understand what I'm talking about, but the Covert Radio War Room is our monthly Google Hangout, and it's private. It's, like I said, only for the highest ranking Covert Radio Patreons. I also started the Covert Radio Watchtower, which is going to be a day-to-day news channel, and again, I will sift through the madness out here. I will go through it. I'll discern it. And then I will give you the bottom line brass tacks truth, the most important stuff. I'm going to keep pointing out propaganda, and I'm going to keep pointing out lies. And we're just going to keep it real 100% all the time. Every channel, it's all an extension. It's all under the umbrella of Covert Radio. Lastly, I created Covert Radio Mess Hall. And the purpose of that channel is this. Have you guys ever considered, again, we're into a bigger subject on Covert Radio, and we're talking about the possibility, the very real possibility of a coming race war in America. And my next premiere video that's going to be on Covert Radio is going to be a continuation of my last video. And I'm going to go through my vision and what I've seen and how it's going to go the first month or two if a race war does break out in this country. But let me ask you this. Have you ever considered, what are you going to do if the grid does go down? What if gas lines are shut down because there's, fires everywhere from looting or rioting? How are you going to cook? How are you going to get food? Do you have any food stored up? Let me give you guys a secret. I've been thinking about this for many years, and I've been able to hone a barrage of videos and techniques and tips and tricks and things to prepare for such an event. And it may not be a race war, and I pray to God that it isn't, but what if it's a natural disaster? What if it's some sort of an event? Are you guys ready with food? Do you have any stored up? Do you know how to can food? Do you know how to save food, ration food? I mean, how much water does an average family need? Where do you get water purification tablets if you have to use water from a puddle or from a creek or something? I have all of that information, not including foods, cheap foods, foods you can store for a lengthy amount of time. And I'm not talking about freeze-dried packing stuff I'm not talking about any of that. There's nothing to buy. I'm talking about everyday methods for us, okay? This isn't a pitch. I have no tie to any food purveyors or none of that stuff. You can get that stuff if you have the money. I don't. So, everything I do is, believe me, it's at the minimal level with the highest effect. So again, that's Covert Radio Mess Hall. And again, as my Patreon support grows, I will be able to do this every day. Stay tuned, subscribe. You guys take care. Have a good day.